do 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 do. I think I want to hide that we're a Victoria deck for the time being. I'm gonna go ahead and play Merlin here, and then we can like Barrage plus Merlin spell. I do not think adding a 6 point of power to the Ancient One remotely solves any of the problems that card has. I think she is still unplayable at 6 power, like she is at however much she currently is. Alright, Shadow King left here. Snap him back. No kings in Marvel Snapchat, except for those with the Shadow variety. Excited to lose 8 cubes to an Enchantress here. Oh, is that all? Just a Thanos. We beat that one, Gamer. Victory. Our lovely ladies with their powers combined. You shall load the cubes into the hopper. Get to the hopper! Ant-Man, you say? Is Magnus a human? They are not. This deck's all right against our AI overlords. We put out a decent amount of power. How badly do I want to draw cards here? I'm actually not sure on the answer to that. I think I'm gonna anti-venom. And then instead I was sold up for Victoria, Frigga next turn, and then Moonstone after. Callisto, thank you for the 23 months. Welcome back. being a little handsy here, gamers. Was this snappable? This might have been snappable.
Behold my mighty hand.
The Nico could screw us, I suppose.
I am Iron Man.
Screwed someone, not us. Could have snapped old magnets. Arturus, thank you for the 17 months. Good morning, good morning. I think the Ancient One needs to be energy efficient enough with how her effect works that you can copy an effect with her and then still have time to Cosmo or Juggernaut to protect your location on the last turn of the game. What's going on, Knight? Thank you for the 11 months. Welcome back. Ebon, thank you for the 27 months. Barbarian, all the comings back this morning. Thank you for the 17. 5 energy moonstone is not so exciting. I was trying to not brick a card draw, bud.
Opponent snapped.
My hand's just kind of clunky. I think we're supposed to go. Losing Moonstone is sad.
Escaped.
Maybe the anti-venom with Frigga could be our saving grace. I didn't see a single bot from 83 to Infinite this season. I also hit Infinite at 10,450 points. By 10,450 points, do you mean you're ranked 10,450? Because 10,450 points is an incredible number of points. I assume you mean you were ranked 10,000. Yes, rank. Okay, yeah. Well, so they also have a giant Corey.
Have that.
Yes, Corey pushes Mirage up to a 6-8. So Victoria pushes Kohori up to 10. God, Gwenpool gives them such a wide range here. It could be right to put these both here, but they could try and contest the Smithsonian. Kahori is their only play is not what I was expecting. Fortunate that we won the flip here. They could have easily played her here. Let me get embarrassed. Ooh, the Hydra Bob inventory looks real clean. I'll be curious to see if Thanos ends up getting touched again. He's definitely still been super popular. As much as I would love to draw 2 cards, I think I'd rather be energy efficient and get Merlin down here. I think I'm gonna re-roll Compound. A future location is a Thanos name. Yeah, kinda.
Opponent snapped.
Oh, you know what? I shouldn't have played my demon on the right because I have Shadow King. Oh, we could have played to polymorph the symbiote. That's a good thought. That's right. We're still going to be Shadow Kinging the right because obviously we're up by a ton here. It's this. I think it's this. Spends all our energy nice and clean. Our last turn could be Demon Shadow King Luke. Huh? Am I better off playing the demon or am I better off polymorphing into a 5? The average 5 is more than 6, yeah? Because this is winning the left, right? Because Luke's gonna add a bunch here because speed's gonna get bigger and then he's an ongoing. I think I need more points on the right. Suitor probably goes up by 3. Yeah, but that's only 20. Luke's gonna be worth 4. And then he's gonna be worth 3, and then speed is 1. I believe Luke wins the left tier math. That shows. Hey, look, we were bigger than a demon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the polymorph on the 0 power 4 there is always ideal. I love all the range of different Victoria hand decks. She's such a sweet card. Easily my favorite thing to be added to this game this year. Chisix, thank you for the 22 months. Welcome back. I think the danger there was if they had scarred another 10 power thing. We were beating that, yeah. We were up by more than 2 on the left. Or if we're up by exactly 2, do we win the breaker? Maybe not. You said it was Merlin. Merlin's getting close. Victoria hand is in every single one of my pet decks. You and me both. You and me both, gamer. Alright, Logan is not a human. Let's see if we can get a decent draw here. We'll have Shadow King to wipe the Nebula, but we're definitely going to let the Hala crack first, yeah?
This just in.
I'd be pretty surprised if Nightmare does end up being a relatively strong enabler. Nightmare will be Erishim Part 2. When people make comments like that, it really hammers home how much people don't understand why Erishim is good. Like, Erishim is very unique in what it does. And the big difference between Erishim and a card like Nightmare, for example, is while Nightmare has a variance element to it, obviously and clearly, it has a deck building requirement involved as well. So it's not just like Erishim where you're like, all right, this happens and it's silly. You meant as the opposing player. As the opposing player, it's very different, NWL, is what I'm trying to tell you. And I'm telling you, I think your comparison is very silly. I think I do this. And then we're hoping to top deck Victoria or Mr. Fantastic here. I have to leave here, unfortunately. I feel like it will be difficult to snap versus Nightmare. Sure, but that's true of most things in Marvel Snap, yeah? good decks have good cube equity. It's hard to stat versus Mr. Negative. It's hard to stat versus Pixie. It's hard to stat versus the 400 tech cards your opponent could be playing out. Papa Pros, thank you for the 29 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I think that's actually a good take too. With Nightmare, you have to ask yourself, okay, can I beat? You know what stat lines you have to beat, and obviously, like oh, their Red Skull happened to be an Iron Man was a blowout, but like that's gonna be the exception, not the rule when that happens, right? Was it you that said always snapping is better than never snapping? I think Ben pointed that out, but I've repeated it a few times. Yeah. And the math behind that is really simple and straightforward. If you're never snapping, it means that the only times you're playing games with higher stakes are games where your opponent's hands are good. I mean, this seems good for us, yeah. Get a remotely average Black Vortex. Yeah, they have a lot of power this turn, I suppose. This is definitely a bot. But it being a bot these days doesn't really change much. I have to imagine we're gonna win the left, yeah. So this gives me an extra 3 on the right, and then on the left, I'm adding 3 more up to 20, and then 8. I'm going to 28 on the left. I already stepped. This was my step. Oh, we actually tied their 21. I didn't even count the middle because I just assumed we were losing it. That's hilarious.
Victory.
That score is so sweet. So the cheater bots don't have better RNG outcomes, but they know the outcomes of RNG events before they happen. So like they'll snap knowing that their Jubilee's about to get a big hit, for example. They're more likely, they know what Jubilee's gonna be doing before they pull her, basically. A good way to put it. Is this another one? Oh, it is. Okay, I should stamp this one. This is remotely average. Movement bot with cuddling out. It's a little annoying. Ooh, piece of candy. Always do your location change last, just in case. Well, that's super rude. I want my Iron Fist back, gamers. It's gonna be a real big fist, yeah.
Victory.
All right. And then there was one. All right, Benjamin, have mercy, man. Ooh.
Doom rules all.
Abide. Thank you for the 26 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We're playing Lucas over here. This was the punish for playing Luke Cage here. As it means I can't Moonstone and Victoria hand all there together. Can I compete on the left? I don't think so, right? And very clearly, it's optimal to Omniverse presence here and then hit World Ship and die, yes? Why play Mr. Fantastic over Speed in this deck? Speed makes you a lot more exposed to Shang-Chi. Us, your rank will now be replaced with a leaderboard standing. Look at how good we are, chat. We're rank 822, 828. We have so much self-worth. Few bot feeders at the end there. We had a few humans in there. Well, a few human beings. Or have so much self-worth? Yeah, I think I'll take a 4-point Nico. Well then, I guys want the most chances for Merlin to draw us a location reroll spell here. So it'll probably be a Victoria Friga on 5 turn. Generally speaking, you either Victoria Friga on 2-3 or you Victoria Friga on 5 is the way the sequencing tends to work in this deck. Of all the locations in Marvel Snap, these are certainly 3 of them. And thankfully we have Merlin here, right? Like, that's one of his greatest strengths is his ability to fix problematic locations for you. Is Thanos still good? Absolutely. So it's this, and then we Friga Victoria. I kind of want... Well, so if I take Aunt May's and then change it, I can't Friga Victoria. And I think I'd rather Friga Victoria. Especially because I'm going to get to Friga a 6-power Victoria here. So like, yeah, I could deny them a +3, but I'm gonna get a +3 myself here, yeah. Seems fine, yes. We'll copy her. Throw Ice Cube back in the deck. TVA on turn 5 does not end the game, thankfully. 23 in the middle. How big is this? Victoria's 12, 18, 21. YOLO? You're who? Get out of here. You just gotta believe in your polymorph shit. Just gotta believe in your polymorphs. I'd like the record to reflect we won this game with the Gambit so long as we hit... Were we 75% to win that? Giganto was a win, Surge was a win, Luna Snow was a win, the one we hit was a win. So we were 1, 2, 3, 4. We were 66%. We lost by 1 if we hit Sith, and then obviously we lost if we hit the Acid Arrow. All right, well, I definitely want to play some more of this because it's been super fun. We need to take a brief pause for the cause, so let's some ad virtual. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. We'll be playing Snap for the most of the rest of the day. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider tap the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the content reach some more people. Appreciate the folks that have done that already today. You had a previous iteration of this with Misery in it. That sounds right. Merlin's a little bit more energy efficient. I believe High Voltage drops today at the rollover, so we'll be playing some of that later. About 3 hours. Opinions on this deck without Moonstone and Fantastic. Also fine. There's so many different mixtures of stuff you can do with Victoria. Like, honestly... What's the... I think the best way to put it... What's the core? So it's like... Is this the core? Oh, Kate's in there too. Like, I think these are your core 7. Yeah, I'd consider Merlin core in this because Merlin has strong synergy with Hood and Mirage. He's also fine with Kate in spots too. So, I think you could fill in. No, I don't think Quinjet is good here. I wouldn't remotely consider Quinjet core. Quinjet does not discount Demon. Quinjet does not discount Kate's arrows. Quinjet does not discount Merlin's cards. It often doesn't discount Mirage's cards. To all of the people who are asking me if cards I'm not playing in these 12 cards are core, you've missed the point of this assignment. So, like, the basic idea here is that I think you could fill in the extra details here however you want, mostly, and have a reasonable deck. But these are the 7. Basically, if it's not in these 12 cards, it can't remotely be considered core to what the Victoria stuff is doing. But I think you can fill in the other details here in a bunch of different ways. Is it Mobius better than Cage? I mean, the easy answer to that is I think Luke Cage is better, and that's why I'm playing Luke Cage. Adam Phoenix, thank you for the 28 months. In general, that's a very silly question to come into any content creator's chat and ask is, dear content creator, do you think cards you're not playing is better than cards you are playing? It's like, well, the answer to this is no. I think the card I'm playing is better. That's why I'm playing it. Frigga is mainly for the 1-drops. No, Frigga is there to copy Victoria Hand. Because Frigga copying Victoria Hand gives you a 7-power Victoria Hand that then also buffs all of your other created cards extra. Oh, Clintar, you're so sad. How well does Kahori fit in these kind of decks? Very reasonably. Kahori is on the list of cards you could play that are quite good. I think I want points here. We're not going to have time to Merlin. I want to keep this one a surprise. Yams, thank you for the 21 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Did you ever give Hellion a try, or is it just trash? It's a fine move stuff top end. Still think it's insane. They're absolutely crunched here. Yeah. Wait, how did they go to 24 on the right? And that's funny right there. Funny, haha. Oh, and this was created by Loki. So they were super likely to lose this, right? They were 2/3. They were eating either the shield or the moonstone or the symbiote. And actually, if they ate the symbiote, we would have tied the center and then still won the breaker, right? They were actually 0% there. I haven't played this since January. What is new? So a lot changed, actually. They rolled out their economy rework. You can check a breakdown on the details of how that functions over here. But part of the economy rework is there's the high level overview is there's no more spotlight cash. You just get a bunch of tokens now. So you can just buy the cards you want. There's no like short-term FOMO. They release more cards as a result too, because people get more resources, which I personally enjoy. Like having more toys to play with. In addition to the typical Series 5 releases, we also get a bunch of Series 4 releases. Yeah, something that I can't emphasize enough is that it is basically unheard of in the mobile game space for a game like Marvel Snap to update their economy and remove a currency from it. Almost every time these types of games change their economy, they basically always make it more convoluted. Never less.
Opponent snapped.
So they're snapping me, but they don't know I'm a Luke Cage deck. You think they're filling here? They're snapping because they're filling, I bet. So my Luke should be safe over here, so I'm gonna snap them back. Like Luke's obviously insane against what's it called deck? Oh no! The snap means the Hydra Bomb gets to move. Yikes. Means we can get rogued on the right. Usually they just have Red Guardian, yeah. So hopefully Cage is safe. Sometimes they play rogue. The Iron Patriot is atypical, which means they could be brewing. I didn't think they'd have a way to fill and move out. Hydra Bob's rough. Oh yeah, that's true. Rogue's a 50-50. Good call out. Mage Cub, thank you for the over 6 years. Welcome back. Sure wish we had Mobius here, the chatter from earlier today. Mood. Okay, well, they are absolutely and mercilessly cooked here then, yeah? Watch them juggernaut me and force the center to fill. They got their own Luke. Why does their own Luke matter? I just have my numbers are bigger than theirs. Brilliant Iron Patriot and Enchantress in the center. Yep, something like that.
Victory.
Should you play around Juggernaut? Absolutely not. Juggernaut is not a common card in their archetype, and playing around it puts me at a severe disadvantage. The only time you should ever put yourself at a severe disadvantage to play around something is if you have a high certainty that they're leveraging it. No! Will somebody please cut this Luke Cage from my deck? Why do we play Lucas shit? He's so terrible. Somebody help me figure this out, please. What a god gamer that Luke Cage. Listen, chat, maybe the opponent's username is because they know Luke Cage is the only protection they need. You know, my snap back's probably wrong. Snapping back because you're good into a location against an opposing Merlin is, like, not stellar. What was the last card I played? Was Demon the last card I played? Oh, you know, I should hold the polymorph in case they acid arrow me. Mistakes are in. Oh, they have my Victoria hand. Do spells trigger Angela? They do. We win this. What's the brass balls called shot? It's my opponent doesn't play for the right because they beat us deterministically in the center, and then Luke Cage eats their lunch. Why not play Mr. Fantastics? I'm dumb in bed. Talking to shit. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose to that. No, we were dead anyways. Okay, cool. We were dead anyways. So the big mistake was I should have held the polymorph the turn I did this because we knew an acid arrow was potentially coming. So I win this game if I fantastic and don't once in future. So my read was correct. That they weren't gonna play for the right and they thought they were deterministically winning the center. So I should have not taken the location gamble, and obviously we should play the free fantastic, but I was talking to chat and clicked through it. So we had a line there to beat there. We read the player, just executed poorly, and then also missed on some variants. Self-worth has taken a hit. What kind of weird comment is that? I really enjoy games like that last one, where I had agency to make a different decision and get a different outcome. And I could be reflective on it. Those are the best types of games in card games. We're tied on the left now. I think it's this, and then we go, and then if we have the extra energy from this, which is likely given these two, we get to go Victoria Hand, Moonstone, Pim Arrow over here, right? Could kick our sandcastle, I suppose. You've got to be forking shirting me. Does this let me play for all three? The Victoria in the center is 11 only, so no. How many points am I going up to on the right? Hopefully enough. I think we beat 19. Math. You know, counting and stuff. Their Electra meant they took priority, which meant their Enchantress wasn't good enough. Thirsty Prats, thank you for the 27 buds. Welcome back. Victoria Hand has really been like my comfort food card since I came back to Marvel Snap. I really enjoy her decks. They just give you such a fun mix of, well, obviously, like, we got hit by an Enchantress in that last game. I think the Victoria decks in general tend to do a good job of making it so if you play well, you don't just eat it to a singular tech card. You tend to spread points out in a meaningful way around the board, but still duck Shang-Chi a lot of the time. You don't have to put all of your ongoing eggs in a single basket, so you can often duck an Enchantress. There isn't just like a one card and you get rug pulled type thing. And we were talking about this earlier in the set, but for those that weren't here, I think this core has a lot of different flexibility in it too. So if I were to talk about what's the Victoria core, I think at this point, these seven cards are what I would consider to be okay. I'm building a Victoria hand Frigga deck. What do I think I probably need to have? So you have Frigga, Mirage, Kate, and Hood as cards that give you things that get buffed by Victoria. And then you have Merlin and Nico is just like good utility that have synergy with the mediocre bodies that Hood and Mirage leave behind. And then these other details you can fill in a bunch of ways. So in the other build, we have a couple of tech cards in Luke and Shadow King. I have Moonstone and Mr. Fantastic as like an extra ongoing package. And then we had an Anti-Venom because he has synergy with the Luke Cage that we're playing. But like a couple of tech cards, couple other things that can have synergy with what you have going on, and you just like mix well. Yeah, I think Misery's a fine extra way to play in with these cards. Misery gives you another way to clear Hood's body, which is nice, lets you get more ways to generate things. I think that's a fine direction to take it in as well. I will say I like, this is so funny, another build that's got some similar of that core going on, but I like the Moonstone and Anti-Venom too. Being able to the Frigga copy Victoria hand on 5 into Moonstone Victoria on 6 gives you such a huge burst of numbers. That's really satisfying.